ลูกเลย
ไม่ได้ลิ้นเลย
This year's trophies are donated grand champions by the TJ Parcel Inn. The reserve is by Jackie Mitchell in memory of Jack. Then Matt and I are taking care of the outstanding individual of all the heifers here today. The next set of cattle comes from Granby, the Lawson Hereford ranch over there.
Looks like they've been found much either. That's gotta be good to eat. Horns are pointed down.
This year we're going to have a little added money. The stock growers kicked in $100 for the pen of grand champions, $75 for the reserves, and $50 for the outstanding individual. So that'll sure help out. Got a pen of limousine here from the Grand River Ranch.
Showed the she know how to go to this was Grandpa's folder.
down on the set, but so did everybody else. So. But I mean, he laid down
Just like as soon as
so quick. So
Oh,
he didn't. He's
Scared.
no, the grandeur.
no.
Flowers could have been one. Then they walked in. The other ones I'm gonna go stand up and just like my There was sticky head in there. And then I'm going.
We have Deb and Carl Woods, Gelby Cross Kettle right here.
Yeah.
That was me.
The first one's branded you.
How many we had to choose from was 8. Travis had 2 of them, so that left 6. One was the other one was the Angus, so that left us 5 to choose from. Pick 5, 3 out of 5. You don't have much choice.
That's a little easier than picking all the
Public service helpers.
That's your sorting them.
Your sorting's pretty well done. Actually, that Angus cross in there, she was pretty small, but she was
The red ones that really match good all that.
Well, we have one other red one, but she didn't match at all. So
Them 2 red ones.
I'd say that 3 of those red ones you probably would have taken.
well, they're all Gelby Cross, so.
It's hard to say. Might get grandchildren.
That's what they like, I guess.
They're not too loud.
I'm gonna take these 2 to get How far along are we?
Whoops.
Pretty well matched.
Maybe ours. I don't know what kind of They're a little more wilder than me.
I'd rather have the tame ones.
Dennis Baker's Gelby Cross Kettle from Granby.
What's your kind of hand? Hell, why didn't you start off with 7?
We didn't have yearlings up there. They were all 2s.
Oh, were they? Oh.
Our yearlings were last year that the pasture got so short, he'd give it a little break, put our yearlings over here. And we had more grass than we knew what to do.
Oh, yeah.
So the neighbors came around and
Just what?
we should have just left the gate open a few days.
It's not in overtime.
The other 2 didn't. They didn't drink any after they cut them. How did you guys dump them off? How did you dump them off?
Typed up to Alan.
Hereford's a pretty good size Hereford.
Black gold. I think they look like thick. It's awesome. The one color on the left.
Well, good morning. I appreciate you all coming out to this and replacement heifer contest this morning. It's indeed a pleasure for us to be able to do it. I've done quite a few of these around the country, and I think they're a lot of fun to me. It's a way to get people that are just not in 4-H involved in the county fair and get them to town and give them something to take part in and participate in. And at the same time, it kind of gives bragging rights in the county or the area or however you'd like to say, and I think that's very important as well, because you know, life gets to be a little boring once in a while, and it's always fun to say that, hey, you remember my heifers? They whipped you pretty good. And I just think that's kind of fun, and I really enjoy doing it. I think it's a good thing too. I've always wished that we had one of these in my home county, just simply because I kind of like people to see my replacement females. They get to see our bulls quite a bit, but they never get the chance to come and see our cows. And I'm always trying to get somebody to come and see our cows, but they never do. And this would be a way for me to be able to do that at home. So I think it's a really good program, and I'd really encourage you to continue to do this. And I noticed it's grown quite a little bit this year over what it was last year, and I think you all should be commended for that. In this first class, any other breeds, I guess is what we're going to call this class. We're going to go ahead and start with this pin that's right here in the ring. I think as we evaluate the cattle, they all fit these three heifers. They're all the same kind in terms of the way that they're made. They're very feminine. They've got a lot of rib and a lot of volume in them. They're very thick-made kind of heifers that are very functional in terms of their structure, and they fit together pretty well. They fit together as good as any group that we have out here. And I think they win it pretty easily, in my opinion, or in our opinion, they win it pretty easily just because of their uniformity and just the total quality that's in this pen. It's pretty hard to fault any of these heifers when you just kind of look at them as an individual, and then you put them together and they all fit together because they're all the same types and they're all about the same size and same weight and so forth. I think they're about the same, the right frame size and in the right kind of flesh for what we need in this country. I just think it's a pretty nice pen. Second, if you guys want to go ahead and let them out, I suppose. In second place is going to be this pen of Hereford heifers here. I think we've got some really easy fleshing, really big, powerful kind of heifers in this pen. I guess the reason that they're second, in our opinion, is there's two heifers that fit together very, very well. They're very good heifers. All three of the heifers are very good. There's just a heifer in here that doesn't fit the other two quite as well. The big, lighter colored heifer or shorter haired, lighter colored heifer that's up against the fence just doesn't fit the other two heifers in terms of size. She's a little bigger. I think she's not quite as fleshy. She's also a little straighter in her front end than we'd like to see her. She gets a little upright in that shoulder, and we'd like to see her move a little freer out of that front end. But I think when you get back and evaluate total quality in the pens of cattle, I think this is the next pen, or the pen that has the next most quality in it. All three of these heifers are very good. These two, like I say, fit together pretty well. If we had another one that was the same biological type and frame size and weight as these two here, I think they'd make a pretty hard run at the pin that we used to win the class. But again, it was a lot of fun. From there on down, we just had some heifers that just didn't quite fit together. There's some awful good individuals in the pins that are here. This pen of Gelby heifers, all three of these heifers are really good. They're all just different in terms of the way that they're made as we evaluate them. They're just all a little bit different in terms of their kind. They're all three good in their own right. Well, I'd just like to see those just a little bit more uniform. The other two black pins we've got over there, a little smaller, a little frailer kind of pins, some pins that are just, the heifers are just a little harder doing, and they just don't fit together quite as well as some of those that we have placed above them. But it was fun placing this class, and we'll do the Angus next.